In Pennsylvania, anyone in direct contact with students is required by law to go through background checks. Most officials know that, but what we found is that schools aren't asking for those clearances for online teachers, yet they are allowing those teachers to communicate with their students. These are images we are becoming all too familiar with. Teachers charged with having illegal sexual relationships with students. In the Plum School District, 3 teachers have been charged. Jason Cooper and Joseph Ruggieri have pleaded guilty, and former substitute teacher Michael Sinifra is awaiting trial. At the time of his arrest, Sinifra was an employee at VLN Partners, a virtual learning academy on the South Side, where instructors communicate online with students in different school districts throughout Pennsylvania. When Sinifra was arrested, a fellow VLN employee took notice.
So that kind of threw up a red flag for me, just kind of thinking, that's unusual. I didn't have to bring any of my clearances. I didn't have to give them a copy of my cert.
Amanda Facer was writing curriculum at VLN Partners at the time.
I started to think, you know what, I wonder if the teachers who do have contact with kids every day, whether on the phone or online in a live classroom, did they have to provide those clearances, or those clearances on record?
So Facer tells me she took her concern to VLN management in person and through these emails.
There was no response to my email, but the next day when I went into work and had a conversation with them about this, I was told to go home.
Fired, according to Facer, after 8 months on the job. When Facer first contacted us, she was still working at VLN. Since then, we have reached out to VLN's owner and several officials within the company in person, over the phone, and via repeated emails for months. No one replied until now. In a statement, a VLN representative writes, VLN requires applicable background searches and certifications from all teachers it employs that interact with students. This information is maintained by VLN and made available to those school districts for which it provides services. But according to the state, while VLN employees are required to go through background checks, VLN isn't required to keep their paperwork on file. The schools that use VLN, though, are.
Being a small district, we don't have the resources or the ability to build a cyber academy of our own.
Mercer Area School District Superintendent Dr. Bill Gathers and Assistant Principal Greg Aker say their students have been using VLN for 2 years.
And have you run their certifications or any of their clearances yourselves?
I have not.
No, they work for VLN.
We got the same response from the Charleroi School District and Pittsburgh Public Schools, who both once used VLN. A Charleroi School District employee writes, VLN did not supply a list of teacher certifications when we did use them. And a spokesperson for Pittsburgh Public Schools says, we did not have information for VLN's employees on file. Time and time again, we have found schools did not have information on VLN's online teachers on file.
Oh, that's troublesome to me. Knowing what you're telling me is that there are students that are being taught by folks through the cyber school programs that their clearances have not been filed or even exist and even been asked for what we know. At the end of the day, that's a problem for me, and I think that's something we need to take a look at.
Senator Jay Costa says the law was intended to protect children by making sure everyone who has direct contact with children has these clearances. And schools need to have that information. Most do for teachers working on site.
We have all of their clearances on file, every one of them.
But not for the virtual academy?
We will.
You will?
We will.
Okay.
Mercer officials say now that we brought this to their attention, they have asked for those clearances and received them from VLN. But over and over, we have heard from school officials that online teaching is not direct contact, so the rules don't apply, including from Pittsburgh Public Schools, where their spokesperson wrote, VLN's employees were not district employees and did not have direct contact with students. But state law defines direct contact as the possibility of care, supervision, guidance, or control of children, or routine interaction with children.
If I'm having an email conversation with you, that's still direct contact.
Yeah, and I understand your point, and that's why we've asked for the clearances as well.
2 years into Mercer's program, where students communicate through this online system to teachers who school district administrators have never met.
But that doesn't concern you because you've reached out to them at this point?
We're banking on their promise that they have certified teachers and that the teachers will have clearances.
But the Pennsylvania Department of Education says it is up to the school districts to keep those records on file. All of this confusion and a lack of records kept leads state officials to look for stricter requirements and ask teachers, such as Amanda Facer, to continue to look out for our children online.
If enough people are quiet about things like this, then bad things can happen to kids, and they have lifetime consequences. And it's just, to me, it isn't worth it. I'll find another job.
The law requiring these clearances went into effect in January 2013, so it has been more than 3 years, yet our investigation found some school officials are still not aware of these rules.
It seems like common sense that all teachers should have their clearances. So what's the mom or dad to do? How do you make sure the teacher teaching your child has their papers?
Well, the teacher or the parents should actually talk to the school districts, make sure that they are aware of this rule. I mean, it is on the school districts, though. They're required by law to have this information on file. But as a parent, I certainly would ask.
Make a phone call.
Absolutely.
Really eye-opening.
Thank you.
Marcy.